not trying to do whatever we're doing, because we're doing it. We're no longer trying. We're now doing it. So every time we have to sit in front of I'll say camera, it's a phone for now, but as time goes, we're hoping that we get like a camera calling in all of the goodness. And yeah, like it really does give me anxiety. It's like every time you're gonna sit in front of the camera, I'm like, I hope, not like I hope we say the right thing, but I hope we say something that's gonna be meaningful, and I hope to someone, and that even in the same breath that we get like aha moments. We're like, oh my gosh,
I feel like we get those every day.
I know, but like I hope it happens because it happens when we talking, but I hope it happens when we now having to share with other people that it's like, oh my gosh. But anyway,
You know what I've noticed? We don't ever greet in our videos. We just start talking.
But that's the natural way, though. Like, because we said we're doing natural. We want it to be as natural as possible. We want it to be as, like, this is what it is. Okay. Hello, everybody who is going to watch, it's not live, so who's
gonna watch?
Yeah, anybody who's gonna watch these.
No, but if they watch it, you say hello to the people who are watching.
Yes. Hello. Hello, and welcome to our space. Welcome to Healing on the Blue Couch. Here we are on the blue couch. It's me, Unombuso.
It's me, Azide.
I
don't know.
For me, it's the I don't know all the time.
It's not that. It's like I don't like introducing myself.
Why?
It's like, it's fine, don't worry. You'll get to know me now and then. You'll hear my name when people are calling it.
Hi, what's up? Do you not feel like you're important?
I am, but I just don't like introducing to myself. It's like, if you like my energy, you don't like my name. A person's not attracted to you because of your name. They're attracted to you because of your energy.
Yeah.
They'll get to know your name once they hear other people call it.
Sure, I don't know how I feel about that. So okay, I'm not gonna go and say, hello, I'm Bianca, unless we at a networking thing, or hi, I'm Nombuso, or hi, I'm. Sometimes I still call myself Bianca in spaces where people know me as. But I'm not gonna go ahead. Hi, I'm Nombuso. Just J for no reason. But if I'm in a space where, like here, hi, it's me, whoever. We want people to know who we are, right? And we're here to share with them. So I don't know.
You speak sometimes, you use my name, so they're like, oh, that's her name, Azile. Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Even with my friends, I never went to them and I'm like, oh my gosh, hi, my name's Azile. Like, hi, how are you doing? We started having a conversation. And then we take each other's numbers, and then maybe you'd see my name, but you'd know my name when other people are calling it.
But never, when you guys started speaking, was it just hi, hey?
It's a hi, no.
What?
Because when you say your name, when you say only after, maybe when they're saving your number, they're like, oh, what's your name? Then you say your name. But this thing I'm saying, hi, my name is Azile. I never did that with all of my friends. Then when they asked for my number or I asked for their number, it was like, I take their number down. What's your number? What's your name? And then we
No, me, I want to understand. You meet the person. Okay, so maybe we didn't ask each other's names at that point in time. But then for how long? Wait, maybe, what if not at that point? Maybe not today did I ask for your number. And tomorrow I didn't ask for your number, but we still continue to speak. It's still hey, hi, ho, ho.
No, ma, you don't have to say hi, Azide. When I talk to my friends, it's not a hey, Azide, hi this person, hi this person. It's a hey, how you doing? You don't need to always say the person's name. And you work, that's why I feel like you're saying that because you work in a workspace. Because every message you get is hi Bianca, hi Bianca. Then they say what they want to say, hi Bianca, hi Bianca. For me, it's a hey, how you doing? How's your day? What you up to? It's that. Anyway, I have some questions to ask since you didn't do your work. You should no, mommy. I need you to understand this. If you're gonna say someone must come up with icebreaker questions, they must come up with their own for you, and you must come up with your own for them.
I said, Azile, find us some icebreaker questions.
Yes, and I found some for myself. You were also supposed to do that for yourself.
Okay. Alright. This actually all ties into getting to know someone. Funny enough, we spoke about the names and and introducing you. Whether do you introduce yourself? Do you not introduce yourself? I don't know. I always feel like
you always introduce yourself.
The first thing is, yes, hi, my name. If I'm gonna speak to you, I need you to know who you're speaking to. Hi, my name is Unombuso, or my name is Bianca, and this is who you're speaking to, and then we speak. But let's leave it at that. If you guys have a comment with regards to one's name being known or one's name not, maybe because my name is so important to me, maybe that's why. And I feel like you got such a beautiful name for it not to be known.
Yeah, I do. But you'll get to know it later.
Okay, alright. Anyway, here we go. So we put together some icebreaker questions This is because the last time in the video we were shooting, we realized that we liked the same color. We were like, oh my gosh.
Like I've been living with
this person for 15 years. And something as simple as not knowing a person's favorite color, not knowing a person's favorite TV show, favorite destination, favorite whatever, but and then still saying, like, oh, I'm her mom or my daughter or my son, but like not knowing the person, because knowing you, I know you, I know the probably like the things that I feel like I need to know as a parent, but
I feel like you'll take specific things and you'll forget about the small things. So the other things are more important, and then you don't. It's like you don't really care about the rest. It's like, at least I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this, and then the others are it's fine.
Because for us, it's for me. Let me not say for us, because I don't want to generalize. Because maybe there are parents out there who probably do know. And it's weird because I know Khanya's favorite colors. Because
Khanya is another breed. Khanya is not a human.
Because he's so expressive, Azile. I think he's just so like, he wants somebody to know everything about him. On the back burner, you kind of want somebody to dig, and that's why I always say, whenever I'm speaking to my friends, I always say, you teach me communication because you want me to dig.
I don't, because that's one of the things. It's like you're gonna tell people everything about you. Then what's so interesting about you? What is so now important? It's like, oh, I know this girl, like.
But I feel like I'm your mom. I should know everything about you.
You'll find out. When the time is right, you'll find out. Oh my gosh, hi, my name is Azile. My favorite color is this. My toothbrush is this color. So, okay, now I know everything about your life. What's new?
I feel like I'm always gonna get to know you and find you interesting. Because
exactly, you're gonna. You don't know it yet, but you're gonna. That's what makes you so interested in getting to know me more.
So is that why you...
Yeah.
So, okay, anyway, I was just saying, I always tell my friends that Azile, for me, teaches me how to communicate, because she's always... I always feel like I'm digging a book, like not digging a book, like digging a hole, trying to find and figure out like a treasure. It's like a treasure hunt, a constant treasure hunt with Azile. And with my son, Khanya, it's like he's like a waterfall. Like he just feeds me, and he teaches me the affection part of it, because it's like he's literally like, this is who I am, this is how I want you to treat. Like literally, that is Khanya. So he teaches me affection, and Azile for me is, she wants me to communicate. She wants me to ask her, how is this? What's this? Tell me more about that. And yeah,
it goes to like school. It's like if they just hand me all of the information, I read it. What's the point of going to school for 3 more years? Because I have everything I need. What's the point?
It makes my life simpler, because like you're saying, I know all
but
of
why
that.
does everything have to be simple?
Oh my gosh, okay. all right. Okay, so let's go with the icebreakers. I feel like we've already broken the ice, but anyway, it's okay. Let me see, what are these? Are these questions of us getting to know each other, or me getting to know you a little bit better?
It's me getting to know you mostly.
Okay.
So the first question is, what is one thing you couldn't live without that is not technology?
What is one thing I couldn't live without?
Something you can't live without that is not technology.
Food. I can't live without food. Contrary to most people believe, people who don't know me. Because of my body size, they feel like I don't eat. And yet
you eat a lot.
Exactly. So guys, I mean, when I walk into my office or when I walk into the house, the first thing I say is, I'm hungry. Where's the food? If I walk into people's houses, it's like, yo, we know these people gonna dish up. I'm hungry. I'm always hungry, so I cannot live without food. Yeah, I won't live without food. And food, okay, then other things, but I can't live without food. Right now, I'm thinking about the food that we eat.
I was thinking about the ribs in the oven.
Right now, I was thinking about food.
I was thinking, can't we just eat first and then we'll do the video? Maybe the food will give us energy.
No, the
food's gonna make you tired. Yeah. Okay. So my next question is, what makes you happy? Like something genuine that makes you happy.
Sure. That's an intense question. Oh, because I overthink everything.
That's what I got from you. Anything I got from you.
What makes me happy? It's a couple of things. I think sometimes it's seeing you and Khanya when you guys are kind of fulfilled, or when there's some sort of fulfillment with you guys, then I feel like I've done my job. But then it's not always about you guys. What makes me happy? Having stuff and not needing. I think it's too deep. Because I feel like I can't just answer to one thing. But it's also a very intense question, like, because you have to, I feel like you have to dig deep for I have to sometimes dig very deep for happiness, you know. So I don't know. I am happy when I exercise. I feel very happy in that space because it does things to my brain, it does things to my body. And I genuinely, like afterwards, you see, I get very like hyped up and I want energetic and I want to do everything and I want to. So I feel very happy in that space. I feel very happy. This is going to sound selfish, but at times when you guys are not around and I'm alone and I've asked you guys for my space.
Everybody needs space.
Yeah. When I've asked you guys and I'm like, guys, I just need this time, I just need it. I just want to be by myself. I find happiness in that. I find happiness when I'm hiking and I'm out there doing the things that I really love to do. Yeah, and when I see that you guys are happy about something, I sometimes sit from afar and I'm just like, especially if it's me that has made that happiness. It makes me feel good. I don't know if it makes me feel happy. Because happiness, this is too much. It's a deep question. It's a deep question. Now you're gonna make me go after this. I'm going to go and I'm going to think. Because I don't feel like it's just one thing. I feel like it's a couple of things. But there's something that like make me feel like really good inside. But also, one thing I've noticed about just feeling happy, it's like happiness quickly disappears.
Why?
It's joy that's the feeling that I kind of not chase, but I enjoy that feeling more. And then I get the joy from the things that I just spoke about.
So it's not happiness.
Yeah, because happiness for me, it's like I'm happy now and then I'm not happy in a few, like I could easily be happy now. In the next hour not be happy. You know, because why? Do I let things faze me? Yes, because why? I overthink everything. And sometimes even something that is not supposed to kind of trigger me or make me feel, I'll say sad, does. So that's why I'm saying happiness quickly does that. It's the things that are joyful for me are the things that I just spoke about. The exercising, the hiking, sometimes being in my own space and being alone, seeing you guys being excited about something or like really just grateful for something. It makes me feel joyful. Yeah.
And you see how quickly the human mind focuses on mostly the negative stuff. So if I was to ask you now what makes you sad, you'll be able to
I'll be able to
exactly
all the things. I'll name them. I'll be like,
and then it's like, what makes you happy? And then you're like,
you think deep. You think deep.
Okay, I hear you. So the other question is, if you could be anywhere in the world, where would you be and why?
If I could be anywhere in the world. It's so weird. The first picture that came to mind was when you, me, and Khanya are hugging. That was like the first. That's the first thing that came to mind, and it actually almost made me emotional. That was the first picture. When you said that, when you asked me that question, it was like, I just saw yourself, me, Khanya, when we doing the hug.
And while you were thinking, my answer in my head was home.
That's
and
home.
Not the house, the people.
The people, yeah. So, yeah, if I could be anywhere in the world, it would be when we are like, sometimes when we with the entire family and we just really like laughing for like the silliest thing as we are.
That even like that day when it was me, you, Khanya, Granny, and Nini was still pregnant. And we were going around, we're like, which restaurant should we go eat at? And it's like, oh, we stopped at Boys Mall and we went into Panarotis. And we were sitting there, and it's like, and we weren't sitting there, we were at the till, like everyone's just standing there, and you talking to the people. And then, like, you saying, no, but it's so late, order pizza and stuff like that. Why don't we just go get something else, like takeaway? And I got so upset. I'm like, it's just so. And you started making a joke about that.
But it's the way as you said it, guys. Like, it was another voice that came in. So it was like, because everyone was like so undecided. No, let's go. No, listen. No. She was sitting there quietly, and all of a sudden, we just heard a voice. I don't know, that voice was not her voice. He was like, let's just sit. I promise you, all of us just sat down. It was like such a commanding, but we all sat down instantly. And we broke into like the biggest, everyone in the restaurant looked at us. So yeah, like, I like those moments. I like being, if I could be anywhere in the world. Okay, if I'm talking fantasy.
Yeah.
If I could be anywhere in the world, the little girl in me would be in Disney World. The little girl in me would be there. I've always fantasized, and I know that one day I am going to go there because I want to go there. Yeah, and just because, I mean, we still go to Gold Reef City, and that for me is still like a very fun place to be because I feel like I'm filling up something inside of me. So, yeah, I think if I could be anywhere in the world, that would be a destination I would choose to go. Still with laughter, because I enjoy laughing. Yeah.
I feel like just us being around each other, like the whole family,
there's always craziness.
I have a very crazy family. Like, not to say crazy, I have a very silly family. Like, we're just very funny and fun people.
Even
the smallest kids in the family are like the funniest. Like Tissy just like, no, she's dead. God was shooting. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I just have a very funny
inside jokes. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's inside jokes.
Yeah. Okay, so my next question to you.
How many questions are these?
This is the last one.
Okay.
So if a movie was made of your life, what genre would it be?
It would have to be I feel like I'm a very deep person. It would have to be a documentary. Does that make sense? If a movie was made about my life.
Yes, if a movie.
Yes, it would have to be a documentary.
Yes, we know
it's Isn't a documentary a genre?
No, not really.
It is. Because it's comedy, there's comedy, there's drama.
But I'm talking about specific genre.
Hey, but guys, I feel like the documentary is a specific genre.
But I don't feel like it. It's like a movie is a movie, and then a documentary is a documentary. Just like a reality show is a reality show.
It will have to be something very deep. Titanic by the water. Something to that, like.
No, but that movie makes me angry.
Why?
The Titanic. It's
Why?
She's there on the bed. It's like, John, help me. She's on the bed. There's space for two, but she's letting him freeze in the cold.
Because anyway.
No.
It will have to be. Yeah, something that intense. It would have to be. I don't know what the genre is because I thought documentary was a genre. But something very deep because I'm a deep human being.
Deep.
I'm dope. I'm very dope. Yeah, very intense as a human being.
Documentary.
Are you looking up what documentary is? I think it is a genre.
It is a genre of making,
You
of movie making.
you see? It is because it goes intensely into people's lives, into like a person's life, and then from your childhood to whatever to whatever. Yeah, so a docu. Yeah, and I think a lot of things will come up there for me. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So do you feel like you know me a little bit more? And what about that? What about you knowing me? Kind of, how does it, I don't know, like how does it make you feel?
It just makes me feel good.
You see?
What?
So, what's wrong with telling people your name? Doesn't it make you feel good when they say your name?
But I had to ask questions in order to find out. You didn't just tell me.
Okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. You want to be a closed book and people need to open you up to read you. Makes perfect sense. Let me not. No, it's perfectly, it makes sense. It makes sense because, yeah, sometimes that's the mistake we do or we make. And I think I make that mistake a lot. Where I'm very much like, I'm gonna give. And in the minute I feel like somebody knows me too much, then I put up a wall. And I'm like, ooh, now I'm scared because I've given this person so much about myself. You're saying,
No, I'm just listening.
No, I'm like, you're saying, do you relate to that? Is that why?
That's why I rather let people find out more. Because I used to be that person that used to just tell people everything. I used to blab about myself. And then I'd sit back and sometimes you say things to people about yourself that you never wanted to come out, but they do. And then now I've opened myself up to this person so much. Why aren't they doing the same? Why aren't they telling me about themselves? Why aren't they telling me this, that? It's like you start questioning yourself. Yes, you start questioning yourself. And then you sit there and you're like, I don't think I should have done that. Then instead you put up a wall now. When that person now wants to get more closure, it's like, but it's like, it's
now
like
you're scared.
Yeah, now you're
feel
scared
like
to tell them more because it's like the first time I did, you didn't reciprocate the same energy.
I don't know. I think that's where, that's exactly what happens to me. But I don't know how not to share. That's another thing because I'm a natural giver. Like I naturally give, and that's just me. Like, and me not giving means me not being in a space with people. I must then keep to myself because otherwise I won't be able to be myself, and myself is giving. So I need to get to a point where it's like if I know that I'm going to be with people,
give but don't give too much.
Yes, I must literally speak to myself and say, okay, give to an extent to where you feel comfortable, or if that person is not giving the same sort of energy, then don't overshare yourself, because then now you start feeling naked and you start feeling like you need to put up a wall. But then you shouldn't. Is that how you feel with me? You feel like the minute because I sometimes want to know a lot, and I notice sometimes that what you do is, it's almost as if you're guarding yourself. It's like you share, and then it's like a reminder. I literally notice your body language. It's like, and then you're like, hey, I don't know if I must share this. So yeah, I think this is, I'm putting you on the spot, but I mean, we said this is what our platform is about. It's about, like opening up to each other. And because I think a lot of people have a perception of what's the word? Yeah, they have a perception of, they see that, oh my gosh, Bianca or Nombuso and her daughter's relationship is like amazing. But they don't know the lengths that we both have to go to in order for us to kind of be in the space, or in a good space. So I think that's what I'm trying to show, is like, I literally, and like I said in the beginning, if I'm not opening up Azile, if I'm not opening her up like a book, I wouldn't know everything about her. But also, she is a reciprocative. Jesus is a lot. English sometimes. I think, the word is, the reason she gives me back is because you kind of feel, and I'm speaking to you now, you feel my readiness for some things. And you feel, okay, so if she's asking, that means she really wants to know, and she's ready to hear whatever I have to say. I don't know. No, I'm asking. You can't be saying
no. But it is like that. Because there was one of the, when I was looking for like icebreaker questions, there was a question that came out like, and that I saw that stood out to me. It was, what is your special superpower? And for me, it's being able to read people. Because I can read their emotions. I can read how the person's feeling. I can read when they're going through something. And people think it's so weird. And it's like, I was born with that thing. I was born with that feeling. That's why you notice when I see that you haven't had a good day, you ask me how my day was, and I'll just be like, fine. Then I'll give you a space. And that's just a thing I do.
But is it a good thing to do, where now you're sheltering your emotion, or your...
I don't take it as sheltering. I just take it as, if the person is not in the right space to hear about it, they won't hear about it. But if they are, maybe later, then you're feeling in a good mood. Then you know there's days when you're like, oh, mommy, and then this happened today. And that's where I go about telling you how my day was.
Sure. I'm totally different. I'm just like, you're going to hear this today. Right now, at this moment in time. So I feel like that is a good way to be, actually, as that you teach me all the time. That is actually a good way to be, because I don't wait. If I see you feeling a certain way sometimes, and I'd be pressing on, and only when you kind of react to me pressing on, then I'm just like, oh, I should have stayed away. I should have. So okay. You see, you learn by asking, and you learn by engaging. So, okay.
And not only that, you see, there's days where I'm like, mommy, can I talk to you about something? And then you're like, what? And then I'm like, I'll tell you later. And then it's a thing that I never tell you. It's like, oh, Azzy, you had something to tell me. And then it's like, oh, no, it's fine. Then when I see that you're actually ready to listen to what I had to say, then I'll tell you out of nowhere.
Most of the time. Lately, she's been saying to me, or she's been asking me, are you in a good... She says, what she said? Are you in a good mood? Or she says, how was your day? And then, like she's saying, maybe I'll respond in, I'm tired, or whatever. But lately you've been asking me if I'm in a good mood. And then if I say, I don't know, or whatever.
I ask you how you're feeling.
Yeah. And then she says, okay, never mind, I'll tell you when. And then sometimes I try and force being in a good mood, because I want to hear, which is not a right thing, because I may not be able to. give or respond because I don't ever want to react. I may react to what you're telling me instead of responding. And when I say react, meaning if you come with something and I feel at that point in time that it's not something that I want to hear, my reaction will be or it won't be what you are kind of waiting for. But when I am in a better space mentally and you come and you tell me and my response is like much more calmer, much more level-headed, much more inviting, and okay, so let's navigate this, let's take it further. Okay, I get it. So that's what I need to learn, because hi. That's me. So this is what I mean when I say my daughter teaches me how to communicate. Like literally all the time. It's just like poof, she hits me with things and I'm just like, wow, okay. And as some people may find it, I don't know, like some person would say, oh, but you're the adult. I may be the adult, but people forget that I'm still, trying to, what's the word? Firstly, I've never had a daughter. That's the first thing. I've never had a daughter. It's my first time mothering. I almost said daughtering. It's my first time mothering a 15-year-old girl. Every time I say your age, I'm just mind boggled because I cannot believe that I've got a 15-year-old girl.
Like 15 is still so small.
I feel like you've grown. Okay, firstly, that's what people forget. Secondly, they forget that my childhood and the way that I grew up is totally different from, like, I couldn't have opinions.
So the way you were parented.
Yeah, the way I was parented. Thank you for putting that the way you did. The way I was parented is totally different from the way Azile is being parented. So I'm literally trying to fix how, or rather, what I wanted growing up. I'm trying to fix it with you. Hence, you may have, like I said, a better way of communicating, a better way of stating your opinions or what you feel matters, because everything matters to you. You understand what I mean? And there was no place for me to have an opinion. There was no place for me to even if I had it, it was like okay, like never. There was no space for it. It wasn't taken in. It wasn't acknowledged. And also, when I say these things, it's just trying to show how the generation should be changing, and how when Azile probably has a child, if she does have a child.
I don't want those monsters.
Oh, you're a monster.
Yes, I am.
So if Azile has a child, it shows how differently that child will grow up, and how different of a mom you will be to that little human being. So
Can I ask you
it also shows where, like, how my mom was brought up. So whatever she learned as a mommy, she then obviously put it on to me, and still very unwise about certain things to this point, but she's old, she's 66, and I need to kind of and I'll say it's therapy and myself that is teaching me to accept who she is, to accept where she is, and that's the one thing therapy is doing. But it's also opening me up to the you, because I wasn't the me that I am right now. I was very, very much like the me that my mom was to me as a parent. And it sounds like, oh, my mom was. No, she did what she saw. She parented the way she saw, and she gave me that. And it's then having Azile, and I think maybe we should speak about how it even happened, the whole therapy thing, and the awareness of where we are now compared to where we were, because we were not always here. There was a point in time where, sure, it was hard for me to even have Azile like lay on me like this, like me having my leg on Azzy, and what you guys saw maybe in the first video where Azzy has a leg on me. That for me felt strange. It was like the strangest thing. And speak, comes Saibo. I can't be the only one speaking all the time.
I know you have more to say.
I know I have more to say, but I need you to also engage in how did that feel for you, and how was it at that time before we actually got to where we are now.
For me, it wasn't a good feeling.
Excuse me.
Like it made me feel like I was being neglected.
It's all my ancestors. They excited about it.
Like it made me feel. I don't really know how I was feeling then, because
you couldn't articulate.
Yeah,
but
I
now
feel
that
like
you can.
But now it's like I still don't know how I felt, but I've noticed having that experience in my life. When I go into relationships, that's why I'm a very affectionate person and I like being held. And people find it weird. It's like, why do you always want to hold my hand? Why do you always want to hug me? And I just say it's a love language to me, basically. It's literally a love language. Me being touched and being held and being close to you just makes me feel like, oh, this person like actually loved me. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's just. It's
but then
just
it must have felt. You'll imagine trying to lie on your mother, and your mother's. You can feel that she's.
But I feel like I've always been the child that understands people. I never used to take it as like, oh, mommy doesn't love me, so I'm like, oh, okay, she doesn't feel well. Cool, it would hurt, but it's like she doesn't feel well. She doesn't want to like be held or anything. She just needs the space. Okay.
You felt that then at that young age.
Yes.
Sure. Me, I would not be able to. I would, if I could vocalize it at that age, I probably would have.
But even me at a very young age, I'd look at you, and then you'd see me cry now and then. But then I'm like, oh, okay, she's feeling this type of way. Let me just go sit in my room. And I'll go sit in my room. And I'll just leave it at that. Then I'll wait until you come, or when you come speak to me. And then we'll be fine afterwards.
But then wouldn't it affect you in other things? Like, wouldn't it affect you in, I don't know, like you're seeing another mom and another child. Here's the mom holding her hand. Here's maybe you at your friend's house, and that child is cuddling by the mother, and you're just like, I wish I had that. No, Azile, that can't be.
I'm honest. I'm literally being honest.
But then you can't say that you're somebody who liked affection, and then when your mom was not giving you that, you were okay with it.
I was not okay with it. Of course it hurt. But that's why I was the person that was affectionate to my friends. That's why I'm known as the mom of our friend group. Because everybody comes to me when they need to be held. Everybody comes to me when they need help with something. I'm always the person to hold people and hug them and hold their hands and comfort them.
But are they holding you the same way? Meaning, are you holding space for them? Or are they holding the same space for you?
Some of them.
So why are you then holding space for the whole nation when some of them are only holding space for you?
Because it's a trauma response.
It's
a response. Trauma response. Same thing with you. As you say, you never had an opinion. And I've noticed when you talk to people directly, you like to poke on them. That's you saying, listen to me, I'm speaking to you. You go, and then I told you this, even though you're not looking at them, you tap them, you do this. It's a response to trauma.
Wow, you're gonna make me cry. I would not have thought about it in that way, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get your attention, or I'm trying to keep your attention on me. And I do that. Wow, guys, my daughter knows me. Wow, as you say it, I'm like, actually, I do that a lot. And I even sometimes say to people, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so touchy. Hey. Wow, Azzy, you're so grown. I love you.
I love you too,
Wow. Wow, I didn't notice that and people say, oh, but you the parent. Guys, my kids, specifically this human being, Azile is me in every kind of way. Like, she doesn't only look like me, or she's not only just built like me. And I think that's why, Azzy, I feel like this relationship, like, I have you and I have your brother. This is the most intense relationship I ever had, like, with anyone. My relationship with my son, my 7-year-old, my Khanya, the easiest relationship. Like, it's so easy, apart from when he's trying to be stubborn, Mr. Stubborn. But it's such a flowing relationship. With Azzy, it's just like, it's intense. It's what my movie would be. It's so deep. And I think it's because you're a mirror reflection of me, firstly. And I am trying so hard not to, I want to say the F word, not to mess it up. You know, like, I always say this, and you know, I always say this to you. I always say, Azile, speak to me, because I don't want you to end up in therapy because of me. And that was also a trauma thing. Now that you're saying it, I think it's also a trauma response, because
you ended up in therapy.
I ended up in therapy because of my upbringing. You know, the not being. I've always been this you. I've always been the girl who wants to express herself in big ways and not being able to. And I've always been the girl who, what's the word? Or the feeling or the emotion. I've always been Oh, I'm feeling so much right now. Feeling. Yeah, I feel like I don't want to make, it's not about making a mistake. It's like, I don't want to flop. I don't want you to flop because of me. You understand what I mean? I don't want to flop. Meaning, I don't want to create the same traumas that were put onto me. And at the same time, I don't want you to flop later on and be like, it's because of my mom. That, you know, it's because she didn't know how to say this, or she didn't know how to do this, or it's the way she spoke to me, and I don't know if I'm able to, if we can, is the word curb? I think the word is curb, like, to be able to stop that ultimately, because I am obviously a product of where I come from, right? And and with the therapy and with the experiences that I have with you, or that I'm trying to have with you, that's me trying to create the new me, trying to heal my inner child. And but there's no way of stopping some of the ways. Like sometimes I can taste my mom on my tongue. I can hear her when I speak, but that just comes with the awareness of, oh, okay, here's what I heard. I want to change it and make it a different experience for you. So yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, I think that's why our relationship is so intense, is because I'm trying so hard not to flop. But sometimes in trying not to flop, I do flop.
So what you're trying to say basically is you think you know your mom did her best, but she flopped in some places.
In a lot of places, because she didn't know better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're trying so hard to not recreate what the things she did, and
trying to create a new parenting experience, especially with you. Hence I say our relationship is the way it is, and it's I don't know what, it's easier with Khanya, but it's we have a very intense relationship. Like it's I don't know how to explain it. It's good. It's nourishing. It's, for me, it's fulfilling. It's you know, I feel like every time we get through something, and I feel,
you feel like relieved.
Yeah, I feel relieved. I feel healed. I feel like, oh my gosh, I finally got through it. Was like hitting a brick, and then when we get through it, I'm like, yo, we managed to get through it, you know. So how do you feel in the intent, like just in like with our relationship, and yeah, like how it's come along and how it's, but I want to eventually get to the part to where it actually got to this part, you know, where I speak about, or where we speak about, hey, yeah, what? Where we speak about how it all started, coming from a crazy place to where it is now, to us being able to sit on a couch and speak, you know, and yeah, because it wasn't this easy. It's still not easy.
What's that word?
But now it's easier.
What's that word when people say, like when they say a person like just thinks for themselves, or they like always hyping up themselves? No, it's another word. I think it's also the I.
Involved?
No, it's like when people think the person is selfish, but they're just very loving to themselves. They understand themselves. They're very proud and out there.
I know words, but I don't know how to get.
But there's a word. I always tell myself that I'm a blessing to you. And people are like, she's a blessing, and that's I feel like I'm a blessing. As a young child, not every young child would have been able to understand the things I understood at the age of 7. That's why when you say, like, you feel very relieved and stuff like that after, I feel a sense of like relievedness. Is that a word?
Relief.
Yeah, I feel like a sense of relief, but it's not as much as like, yo, it's like, oh, okay, we got through it. What's next?
And I noticed she's telling the truth. This is Azi's outcome to a lot of things. She's like, I'd be like, we did it, we got through it. And Azi was like, oh, okay, yeah, boom, let's move on. And I'm like that when it comes to my achievements. But these are also achievements for me. So what do I take this as? Why is it when it's with you, it's just like, yeah, ooh, fireworks?
Because you try.
But with
so
other
hard
things,
to be
with
perfect.
work, But like work and stuff like that, it's like, okay, yes, I did it. Woohoo! Yes, let's move on to the next thing. As he says, I'm trying so hard to be perfect. I am a perfectionist, or rather, was. Let's say was. I've tried. I've come a very long way. A very long way. Woo! A very long. Woo! Jesus! I would not. Like, there'd be so many things. Hey, I think at the back of us, we'd have the whole florist plus the grocery store plus all our bags and shoes just to show you
How far?
like not how like how, oh, we're so perfect. But it's also a mentality thing. It's also an upbringing thing, because having been compared so much, you know, and and if you know, that's the one thing I always speak about with you. Like, I never ever want to have you feel like I'm comparing you to the next one.
And I was thinking about the perfect thing. I saw you sorting out the books there at the back.
I echo that all the time. So it's just having been compared, like, oh, yeah, whoever's child. Did you see?
I mean, my granny is she likes comparing people.
Oh, your cousins did this. Do you see? So, and again, like, I'm not saying these things, like, it's just to show where I come from and what my mom was probably taught, you know, and
to show
I
that
love
you're
that
doing
woman with all my heart. It's just to show the self-work, rather.
Not only that, to show that you're doing a good job at being a mom. When Granny compares me... to show that when Granny compares me to other people, you've noticed I always stick up for myself, or I just leave it at that, and I'm like, oh, okay. I never let it affect me.
Okay. Yeah. Jeez. I didn't think I was gonna cry in front of the camera. I'm trying not to. Whoa. Yeah, so Ozzy, please get my water bottle. Sure. Yeah, like so many aha moments. So many. I'm such a fiddler. I'm fiddling with my hair. But also I need to open this hair.
You want t-shirt?
I think just come with the box, because wow. Today you're dropping bombs. If I had that do. Wow. Do you know that hearing that, what you just said, come from you? Because that's something I need to affirm in myself most of the time. Also because of the route of parenting that I'm taking. So hearing it come from you, sure. It sounds like, I don't know, like it sounds like somebody's just giving me an award. Literally, it sounds like somebody's just giving me an award and they said,
But why? Because you should know that.
Yo, as I don't think I must stop generalizing, because maybe there are some moms. I know that I do my very best, up to the point sometimes where I feel empty. But still, like, I don't ever get to. I think I've said it once in therapy because the therapist made me say it. Like, I'm a good mom. But even then it was hard to say, because I don't know. Like, I say so many things, so many affirmations. I do meditation, I say affirmations, and
Everybody can do that. It has to go with whether you believe it or not.
yeah, like, it's like I believe it in my head because I see all of the things, but saying it, I don't know why it's so hard sometimes to just say it. And like I said, I think I've said it once or twice in therapy because the therapist says to me, say it. You have to say it. So, thank you.
No.
Thank you, Az. That's an affirmation for me. And maybe now that you've said it. It's so weird. Khanya says it. But now that you've said it. It's so weird. But Khanya's always, you're the best mommy in the world. And I'm like, thank you, my son. You're the best son in the world. And you're the best daughter, Az. Like, you are literally, like, I wouldn't trade you for anything. Like, I would not trade you. Through all our ups and downs, I would still say, that's the one I want. That one there. To God. Like, that girl. That's the one. Also, because you resemble me in every single way. Wow, I feel like we can end it here.
Yeah, I'm hungry, bro.
I feel like after that we can end it here. And I think maybe our next one would actually be a continuation and actually speaking about where like we started. I think so. So yeah, I think let's just end it here before I fall into tears, because I'm holding myself very much. Yeah, and I'm just grateful again that we can share ourselves, and sharing for the purpose of this. Like, sharing for the purpose of this.
I feel like if we were to have like and you were to go to like group therapy, our therapist would need therapy. Literally.
Yeah, just this, and hoping that we can open the same, like, a safe space for other moms. And I keep saying daughters. I know that teenagers are broad and wide, and especially now that there's more than just two genders, right? Especially now that there's more than just boys and girls. Just, I feel like more of this, and with the mental issues that are happening right now with teenagers and moms, because people
dads.
don't, and some dads. I don't know the plights of a dad. I don't know. Like at my show. I don't know, like, what dads go through. I'm not a dad. And we'll go into further conversations regarding dads later on. But yeah, like, this is what we've created the space for, and if it enlightens me and enlightens Azzy, and it touches somebody who kind of wants to feel that they can have ground to have these sort of conversations with their daughter, with their mom. That this does this for them. You know, it shows that it can happen.
Yeah, I said enough in this whole video. I've said enough today. Just gonna keep quiet and eat. But thank you for watching. And thank you for listening to the things I had to say.
Guys, even I love you was hard for me. Yay! That's a story in the continuation. Even I love you was a hard thing for me to say. Very hard. But anyway, I feel like we need to start creating. We need an intro
and an outro.
Cause
it's like and I'm like, we don't greet we say hello guys.
And then we don't say bye. Maybe our bye should be must it be deep? Or maybe it's
it must be relieving and fun because we talk about very deep stuff.
Maybe you guys can tell us what our outro can be. Maybe something in the likes of, I don't know,
just something
you
fun.
Can always, there's always everything has a solution.
What do you mean by that?
There's a solution to every, imagine we stayed in, we the way we used to be, when you were 6, 7, the way I was as a mom, when it was still strange for me, a lot of things, and the way you were, or however. Imagine it stayed like that. You think we were going to be this close?
I think I'd be in a psych ward.
Exactly. So that's what I mean. There's a solution for everything. There's we create. Hey, angazi, but we love you guys. We really hope you enjoy this video, and please let us know, comment, tell us how we're doing so far, if you're enjoying the conversations, and what would you like to know.
No, just that. You've said everything.
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the conversations, what conversations
would you
like us to have that could possibly make it easier for you and your mom or whoever, or your daughter or your son or whatever, and also please engage with us. That's why we're putting this out there. Thank you, love you, bye. These are going to be very authentic, Shem. I don't want...
Where is the boat?